The largest school district is a step closer to finding its next superintendent. Atlanta News First, Bridget Spencer is live from Suwanee, where a special called board meeting just wrapped up. Bridget, where are they in the process now?
Well, Tracy, we know at this point, after talking tonight with the school board, that it won't be long before candidates are brought right before the school board. Now, tonight we're hearing from parents as well as community members and the school board themselves on what a good superintendent would look like for this community. Tanisha Banks is a Gwinnett County parent hoping for one thing for the school district's more than 182,000 students.
That their superintendent is someone that they can trust.
She was among others who attended a special called board meeting, and the board talked about the feedback they've been getting on what the community wants in their next leader.
Every voice matters in shaping the leadership that comes to take the superintendent role.
The district hired the Alma Advisory Group to help create a candidate pool for the next superintendent.
We were excited to hear that we had thousands of stakeholders to participate: students, families, staff members, business members. We had an unprecedented amount of engagement.
In January, the board voted 3-2 to terminate Dr. Calvin Watt's contract. His annual salary set at $380,000. Dr. Al Taylor is serving as interim superintendent.
What we saw in the community was both a lot of attention towards let's keep the search internal, can we appoint our interim, but also there are members of the community that want fresh eyes.
In light of neighboring DeKalb County former Superintendent Devon Horton being indicted just last month, Banks says thoroughly vetting is a priority for her.
Well, I believe that the search firm is going to do their due diligence as far as making sure the candidate is vetted properly. So I have the faith in the process.
And we're told that the job will be advertised and posted in about 2 weeks, and the board is hoping to have a superintendent announced in April of 2026. We're live in Suwanee. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.